The deck 84, so we get to play against another Pyroblast wizard. Alright, round 2 of the Vintage Showcase Challenge with Esper PO, probably playing against Pyroblast Wizard, the deck 84, noted Grixis Tinker player. Our hand's very good. We've got a turn 1 Demonic and top Demonic for Tinker, and then untap and Tinker with Forcible backup. Like, what more do you really ask for, right? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the story of my entire day, Briva, but yes, I agree. Alright, let's play Magic. Our hand is quite good. I'm going Tinker, by the way. Like, that's just the highest value play, I think. And I'm gonna use all my open mana. If this gets trapped or misstep, then that's whatever. It's really good if he has misstep. Apparently he has misstep. Alright, so now my Tinker isn't a 100% kill, which is obviously unfortunate. But I still have Tinker with Force back up on turn 2 with no land drop played, so... Oh, now he knows what I'm doing. So let's see if he has double counter spells. I mean, our hand's good. If they have Force plus Pyroblast, we obviously lose the game, but... Ancestral? Academy. What is that? Does that change anything? So I would make 2 mana, which would give me 6 mana, so no. Okay. I guess Flusterstorm? Does this plays around Flusterstorm? Yeah, it plays around Flusterstorm. It's probably worth it. I actually think I'm supposed to sack Ruby. A little weird, but... Obviously, we lost a land drop here, but... What am I going to do? Alright, let's see if we brick. That's not a brick. Demonic Tinker. Go to 6 mana. I could just go for a next turn Lattice instead of doing all of these things, I think. I guess there's kind of no reason not to go for anything more. Three. I have to PO, I guess, because I have all of these things in my hand now. I guess I have an Opal on top as well. Oh, I guess I can't draw into... Can't draw into that Opal. Let's just PO. I guess there's no reason not to play this top out of my yard as well. Just looking to Karn Lattice here, I think, with no Crypt in play. That would be ideal. Or I guess I can, now that I have a Mana Vault on top, I have a Mentor. I could just go for Mentor Time Walk now. I guess that's better. All right. Yeah, I was just gonna go for Lattice Lock, but obviously a Mentor just appeared in front of me, so might as well just do that. Then I don't have to show that my opponent that I have a Lattice in my Karn board. All right, so opponent is on Grixis cards. It's not PO. It's Grixis Tinker, big blue. That is my opponent's deck of choice. Always. No, it's not PO. I can tell you for sure. I can tell you for sure it is not PO. I actually think Lavinia is a bit better than it normally is. I don't really think I'm supposed to bring in Sphinx. I really think I want to be tinkering for Citadel most of the time. Maybe I'll just bring out these creature spells and bring in these cards. Keep one Lavinia. That's fine. Maybe we'll bring in a second Lavinia on the play. That's a good hand. Opponent's a Tinker deck, but doesn't play a really, really bad blue spell. Opponent's still Tinker Citadels, Tinker Blightsteel, like Grixis cards, attack fade in, but they don't play the really, really bad card in Paradoxical Outcome. Pretty smart, to be honest. There's some downsides to playing these mana sources out right now, but I think it's probably worth it. So if I draw an Opal, I actually can hardcast the Citadel. At some point, I could always Yogg-Will back a land if I wanted to as well. Now we're actually in a pretty good spot. A blue spell would be pretty nice so that I can have PO with Force back up. Interesting. Obviously not going to do anything on my turn. That would make no sense. Definitely look to do things when they crack or on their end step, that kind of thing. How do I feel about casting a Paradoxical Outcome right now? I feel pretty good about it. It will let me Yogg-Will next turn if I want to. Obviously, if they Pyroblast this, I can untap and Yogg-Will Paradoxical, so pretty happy, I would think. The best card I can draw now is probably a blue card. Obviously, I'm still pretty down for an Opal, though. That is not one of those cards. Do I play around Mindbreak Trap? Can I play around Mindbreak Trap? I can play around Mindbreak Trap. I lose one draw. I guess this fetch land doesn't actually matter because I can't fetch a third Underground Sea, which I kind of didn't account for. Let's go look at the Deck 84 Grixis list. See if he plays Mindbreak Traps. No mind break traps. Alright, I won't play around it. Unfortunately, I didn't draw that blue card, but okay, because if I force this, I actually don't. I don't really get anything from it. So this is actually kind of bad in that sense that I don't have that blue card to do it. But then this card is like completely useless if I don't cast the PO on their end step. So I mean, this is like at least makes them have both force and pyroblast. But maybe I'm supposed to wait a little longer. Obviously, these two draws were just not very good. I guess the nice thing that is this I get forced, and then they like draw a land and play a Dak Vaden. I do have a force backup. And it doesn't actually prohibit me from playing a Citadel if I was to draw an Opal. So they lost a Snapcaster and Raging Cast Negation. Okay. It's not like the end of the world because our Yagwil wasn't like great. So opponent's down to 4 cards in hand. We have about infinite mana. So what I really am looking for is Opal or Lotus, Remora. Seems good. I know it's a blue card for our force, but I think if we just play it, they're going to counter it. And I think we force back, and then make it so they can't really play spells without giving us mana. And if we ever draw like an Opal, we're in like really good shape. Alright, they just had another force. Okay, then. Alright, well, opponent has 2 cards, I have 1 card, and I have a lot more mana than them. So we got that going for us. We've got a lot of good draws in our deck. Almost all of the PO Haymakers are good, and then Opal is also good. Lotus is good. Snap PO is great. Obviously, definitely not going to do it on our turn here. See if I can get them to like play a Dak Vaden or something. Do I even want to jam into this? Open Pyroblast mana? I feel like I do want to jam into Open Pyroblast mana here. 3rd Pyroblast? I can beat Fluster? Or do I beat Fluster? I actually don't beat Fluster. I played 2 spells? Wait, no, I played 2 spells. I do beat Fluster still. I'm in. Let's do it. They kind of have to have 3rd Pyroblast. They can't have Snap here. They've already discarded Snap anyways. I mean, I would feel a lot better about this if I had a follow-up play guaranteed, but I don't have a follow-up play guaranteed. I still don't think it's right for me to wait. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Obviously, if this resolves, we just probably win the game, right? So, they had force pitching Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, fair. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. I have 1 card in hand, and we have about infinite more mana than them. But if they draw Treasure Cruise, obviously, that all goes out the window, right? So that's not a good draw. That's a really bad draw. That's like one of the only draws in our deck that's really, really bad. There's a couple of draws that are really bad, but that is definitely one of them. That's a great draw. Okay. I'm going to do it in their upkeep. Alright, we got one. We drew a bunch of mana and a cam ball, as well as a merchant scroll for a PO, so... I mean, we don't have a force or anything right now, but there shouldn't be any plays that really get us. I guess Lotus Tinker would really get us, but I don't really think we have the ability to play around that. Oh no, Yama, what happened? I appreciate the host, but I am also sorry to see the host. If I have enough mana to play Camball and Citadel, I probably would, yeah. Or PO in Camball. We have a lot of mana. This is true. Like I can go Ruby, Soul Ring, Mana Vault, all these things. Opponent did find a fetch land off of their Brainstorm, and they found a Lotus. Am I getting Tinkered too? They wouldn't play the fetch land if they had Tinker, right? Okay. We actually currently battle that pretty well with Citadel Camball. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, this could easily go the same way. My round one was not pretty. Not pretty, but I'm feeling okay about this current game here. What did they find off of this? Oh, they're shuffling first. Okay. As long as they don't find a time walk. Found a ponder. That's not time walk. I like that. But yeah, right now I'm looking for Camball into Citadel. I might go like Merchant Scroll for Flusterstorm. Camball, something like that maybe. I might go for Merchant Scroll Flusterstorm then like Camball. Depends on what the depends on what's happening, I guess. We can't draw cards because of our set. We have infinite mana. Let's see. Maybe the correct play was to play a mana crypt first. I guess my Merchant Scroll can be flustered now. I actually need to use different mana sources here. Because I kind of need all of the black and all of the white mana. Huh. Yeah, I actually need like all of my colors of mana here. I guess there's like no reason not to just play out these things now. I can get trapped is the reason, but we already decided we weren't playing around trap. So obviously PO is garbage against this Narset. So they're not really incentivized to do anything to this, but if they have a Pyroblast, it seems like a pretty reasonable thing to Pyroblast. I am just gonna get Flusterstorm, I think, to like really leave myself with all of the stuff we need here. So right now, let's look at our mana. We can't do both Citadel and Camball. So do we still Citadel? Because I have black, black, black. Oh no, I do have enough. So we do have enough. So white, this, black, because I have a second opal. All right, Camball. If I have to fluster, I don't have a Citadel here, obviously. I have Mind Break Trap beat, so that's not too bad. We don't have Fluster for the second one, but I don't think that would matter. I mean, we can wait. Probably shouldn't have played my opal if we wanted to wait. Maybe we were supposed to. I don't know. Maybe we were supposed to jam Citadel with Fluster back up. Possible. All right, now I don't. I mean, I still think I like the play I made, but maybe I don't. I mean, yeah, but they've already used most of their forces. If they go down to 0 cards, then they go down to 0 cards. That's probably fine for us too. I definitely probably shouldn't have. Maybe I wasn't supposed to Merchant for a Fluster. I wanted this Camball to resolve the most, but maybe that's not thinking correctly either. And they did have Force Fluster. Interesting. Okay, well, I got there, I guess. Maybe I should have held the opal and gone. Then they would have just had hard cast this. Are they going to use this Narset? They should definitely use this Narset and just try to find a Tinker, I would think. Maybe that was a really bad play from me. Yeah, if I just get a PO off my Merchant Scroll, like, I'm killing this Narset unless they find something to deal with Camball. So maybe that Merchant Scroll was just really, really bad. Yeah, maybe I should have just jammed Camball and Citadel and just held my Merchant Scroll. And then gone... Yeah. Yeah, seems bad. Seems like I misplayed there. Seems like I misplayed there.
Completely dead in every one event, every single of the events today. Horrid mindset for me right now. I should like continue to stream because I have like good viewership, but like, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, they hit Yogwell. Okay, are we dead? I don't know. Let's find out. So opponent cast Yogwell, and then they go to 11. They cast Lotus, they go to 9. They cast Brainstorm, they go to 7. I do like that we went Camball with Flusterstorm backup, because I do think that Camball is is more important. And maybe I just don't know if that's right, I guess. So maybe they're just gonna cast Brainstorm here. Alright, they have Ponder as well. So they have Ponder and Brainstorm, and they're looking for a Lightning Bolt, I assume. Or a Braid if they have a Braid in their deck. Alright, have fun, Nathan. They go to 5. Yeah, we would have been a lot better off if we had this Flusterstorm live. So playing that Citadel looks pretty bad to me. They chose to shuffle, which is a great sign, obviously. Now they have a Brainstorm and an Unknown. And that's it. They kind of need to find it soon here. If they lock themselves on this Brainstorm, because they've already used their land for turn to fetch a Underground Sea. I think we played this match this section of the game pretty poorly. The Merchant Scroll probably shouldn't have been cast, and if it was cast for Fluster, we shouldn't have cast Citadel, I think is the end all of this one. Alright, are you done? What do you got, homie? Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to attack this Narset unless I draw PO. I'm definitely not untapping this. I did not draw PO, so I am just going to attack my opponent, which takes one more spell that they can cast away. And then they have to find a removal spell, and they can't use any draw spells to do so. And I should have Tinkerbeat, which is nice. Yeah, I think we gave our opponent an opportunity there by casting that Citadel. But Camball is really good in these kind of matchups, especially if opponent isn't ready for it. Yeah, I don't like how we played it, but it is what it is, I guess. All right, we get to play more Magic today, chat. Aren't you lucky?